Record to this computer. Hi everyone, Joy and Robert here. We are kind of live, aka recording live, and we are going to build out a funnel today. If you guys pop into this webinar, please just put your comments on the right hand side, or you can unmute yourself and you can actually just ask. It's up to you how you want to do this.
I have a really important question.
What's your question, Robert?
What's a funnel?
Oh, don't even start. Hi, where's your shirt? I didn't even put my shirt on today. So we both funnel geeks in different ways. I love the front side. Robert likes the back side. And we are going to build up this funnel doing exactly that. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys how to build a funnel. Now, first of all, I'm not going to build an entire funnel because that's going to take us like 2 hours. And we really want to keep this specifically to about half an hour max. And then we want to leave some questions and answers at the back or at the end. All right, so as far as the funnel goes, I'm going to do one from scratch. I've got a few funnels here. I was thinking about either just taking a funnel and playing with it and showing you guys how that works, but I decided I'm actually going to show you how to build one from scratch. Now, when you go to add funnel, okay, first of all, let me just take one step back. So when you log into your ClickFunnels account and you've done you're on your trial or wherever you are, this is the page that you will see when you click onto the funnel side. And then you just basically literally add funnel. It's very simple. It's very explanatory. It's not like it's rocket science. Now, coming from a tech weenie, for me saying that, trust me, it is fine. You can come up to this point. So there's two ways that you can do this. You can either start a cookbook, which is great, but if you don't understand that concept yet, let's just do the classic funnel builder. And this is how I started as well. I do have the cookbook. I truly believe that every funnel builder should have the cookbook because it's really, really great. Robert, what do you think about the cookbook? Do you reckon it's a good investment?
It's almost hands down. I mean, yeah. Without it, once you know what you're doing, it's not a big deal. But it's kind of like when you first start cooking, you don't even know how to fry an egg. You need somebody to tell you what to do. Put oil in, get it hot, throw an egg in. It's the same thing with ClickFunnels.
Yes.
What's oil and what's a pan? You got to figure that stuff out.
Exactly. And I made the same mistake when I first started ClickFunnels, and this was about a year ago, actually. I watched a video on Facebook about, basically I wanted to enter this whole online world. And if you guys watch my Epiphany story, you'll understand this story, the back end of it. And I started by watching Kevin David on Facebook. On YouTube. No, but he's good. He's got really good stuff. And the whole thing was about, ClickFunnels, but I started using his tutorials and things. But because I didn't understand the marketing side and I didn't understand the front end, I didn't understand anything really, I started building a funnel. And after a couple of days, I decided, screw this. This is so hard. I can't do it. And I gave up on the funnel side and I started going into affiliation marketing and online shops and I tried all other kinds of things. But the funnel thing kind of got put to a side until February this year. And I was like, damn, I should have just done the OFA challenge. But that's basically what sparked up that thing again. And it's amazing. It works so well. So let's go back to this. But recommendation is either do the training in the online wizards group or do the OFA. But you need that kind of a back end to build a funnel, and then you won't be confused like I was. Okay, so collect email, sell your product, host webinar. These are the 3 things that you can build a funnel with. I'm going to keep this example simple, and I'm just going to say, let's just go to actually get emails. And let's just call this test page. You can see I've actually tried to do this before, so I'm just going to share. Let's not group tag it. I'm probably going to end up just deleting this funnel afterwards. Okay, so this is basically what you do. You select what you want to do and you build a funnel. Now, if you're stuck with this part and you're not exactly sure what type of funnel you want to build, just reach out to either me or Robert and we can guide you to see what you want to do. Now, you guys can see I've done a few pages here. I've done a few of my own opt-in pages. These are mine on the top there that I've created. But let's use a simple example. And let's just use this one. I like to use this one as an example because it's very simple. The layout is very simple. We might have a bit of slowness here. Okay. So the whole concept of a squeeze page is to collect email addresses. So that squeeze is you squeeze information out of somebody, aka their email address, in return for something that is of value to them, like a free book. At the moment, I'm writing a free book, a free ebook, and that will be my funnel with the OFA that I'm doing at the moment. So as far as this goes, you can go and you can add a picture in. So there's 3 sides to a funnel. You've got your sections, and you've got your rows, and you've got your columns. And you can see here the sections is what is that? Like a turquoisey color. And then you've got your rows, which is the blue, and then you've got your columns, or I've got it the other way around. Your rows is the blue, and your columns is the orange. And that is really, so you can replace that with a logo. I'm just going to move our faces a little bit. Okay, let's start with this. Put that in. Let's just use, you guys can see I've been playing a lot with funnels lately, and I've been building funnels for people. So I'm just going to use this as an example. And the reason I've got this is because I created a squeeze page for people to join the bootcamp affiliation, the ClickFunnel bootcamp affiliation. So this picture is probably not the best, but it's a nice picture to use for this example, because what you can do is you can add your picture in, and then you can also go and you can move the picture around. I'm just going to move it up. So here you can go, you can move that down, and you can just then go and put your text in. So let's just say I'm an affiliate. If I can need to spell. Cool. And then you just change the font. Maybe white will be better. It will look into fit in with that. And then you just basically add text in. And now this is a part where this is quite interesting, because, and Robert will explain the back end on this. If you do not have the $297 plan, which actually know a lot of people that can't afford it, this is a way that you can integrate at the back end, and Robert can help us, maybe, Robert, just to show how it works. Sorry, what?
How what works? What are we tying in?
The integration of the, what do you call it, MailChimp or any of those things.
Yeah.
Which is really not hard. I mean, I got it almost right, and I had to ask my husband a little bit for help. But here you go. So here, this is basically called the input little block. And when you do the input little block, you can do your name, and you can say, type in there. So I can maybe just say, put your name, for example. And here you can say, put your email address. And it's the same concept. Over here, you got your email. Put your email. Look, the way that they've got it here anyway, it's a nice way to put it, but I'm just giving this an example to say that you can change it. Now, the other thing I want to show you guys, this is already an input page, but if you want to go and add something extra here, which I would not recommend, but then you go and you say, you can see this is the different ones. So there's your form. So it's button, Facebook, input, select box, and like I said, that's called an input page, and you can put something else there. But the whole, look, a lot of people do only collect email addresses. I've been burned like that before, and the reason is that you collect email addresses, but you don't know the name, because sometimes people's name is not necessarily, their name and surname on the email address. They'll have a, I don't know, Freedom or a something at Gmail. So it's hard, and then you don't personalize your email autoresponder very well, and I've noticed that it doesn't really work that well. And this is basically it. Yeah, Robert, say what?
107 split tests, and I'm gonna screw the numbers up, so I'm not gonna lie to you. But if you add name, there's a reduction in the opt-ins, but there's a long-term increase in activity and support. Activity and interaction, whatever I'm trying to say, with the leads or clients, whatever you want to call them at that point.
Yes.
So you're actually long term, you're better off to throw name in there, yeah.
Also, what I found is that people that put the email address in, and I've split this personally myself. I've done this, which is the best way to go forward with this. So when they put their email address in and their name, they are willing to go forward more because they're more serious about it. And people that don't want to put, and I've had people putting fake names. literally. I've had somebody saying like they are, I don't know, completely something different. And it's the funny thing is it's completely something different because sometimes their email address has a name and a surname, and then the name is completely different. I'm like, this is so weird. Like, can you not figure this out? But and then other times I just, when I first did it, the thingy where it's just the email address, I find that those people aren't as serious as people putting in the name and the surname, of the name and going forward long term. I had more people responding to my emails when they actually had to go and do that extra step. That's just my personal experience. It could be my product too, but yeah.
No, that's the same thing that the 107 split test book said. That there's actually, this is a whole way advanced thing, but there's a way to pre-fill those fields so that if somebody's coming off of Facebook, there's actually ways so it'll fill their name and their email address in for you or for them, which makes it easier for them. They don't have to put stuff in, but that's something we have to talk about on a whole other video.
Yeah. Almost like a lazy prospector.
Hey, you know what? Whatever I got to cheat to get the game, man.
Okay, so here we basically have anything else. Okay, so as far as a squeeze page go, I would not recommend more than this. Personal experience, again, you don't want to make it salesy. You just want to make sure, but whatever you give here, make sure this is going to intrigue people enough so they say, damn, I want that free product. Okay, so ideally with a squeeze page, with something free, you give either away a book or a DVD or I don't know, a t-shirt, but not really a t-shirt, but you need something that is of value, something that will intrigue people. Like, for example, now I'm busy building a product and an ebook with a few different JVs that I have on board. And the ebook that I'm giving away is an ebook on social. We can actually call it, I can split the secret. It's called Social Launch, and it's going to help people, small businesses, to basically launch their social profiles on Facebook and Instagram and wherever. We chose 4 major platforms. And that's basically the free book that I'm giving away. But as I'm writing this book is becoming like a freaking 100-pager, which is great, right? Because I'm just pouring all my knowledge into this book. And now I've spoken to the JVs that I've basically got on board. And then I reckon, well, it's great, but you don't want to give all that value away for free. You just want to also intrigue people. So basically what the whole concept was of this is that we will split up the book, maybe make it a 25-page free ebook. And if you want to actually have the book, you can have it as a printed version. So that will become part of the main funnel. And if they can't afford the course, because there's going to be a course as the main funnel, if they can't afford the course, then they're going to then downscale or downsell to the book. Then they can buy the book, because the book and the course is going to be the same concept, but it's just the videos is actually talking to people and explaining things, where the book is just about, talking about the strategies. Basically how to launch a business on social media. And that's the concept. And this is what you want to do. You want to intrigue people enough so they go and click on the next page of your funnel, but you don't want to sell it all here so they don't go to the next page because they feel like they've already got all the value. So why should they bother to actually buy your thing? And that's the whole concept here. And also when you go to your click to sign now, this is basically your next phase in the funnel. So when I say submit order form, that will then go to the next page, the next step in the funnel if I click it over there. And that is the next page I'm going to quickly show you guys. But also over here, what I want to show you is just you can just delete this stuff. If it's not relevant to you, just delete it. And I found, like the split test that I've done with my funnels, is I find that I've got more click-through rates to my funnel, to my actual sales funnel, when I don't have a lot of stuff here. It's just that hooking people in, to actually want to click through to your next site. Okay, so let's just save it for this example. And then you go out of here and you go to your sales page. So I'm not going to go crazy and do a whole sales page here. So that's where you go and you say add funnel step. And we want to call it a sales page. And the beautiful thing about ClickFunnels is that there is so many templates. It is a ridiculous amount of free templates that you get. And it's really awesome. You can see on the top, we've got opt-in, sales, webinar, membership, ClickFunnel, and then sales page. And all the yes, what? Ask
before we get too far ahead. When somebody is giving something away, so you were giving away that free book, right, in your email.
Yes.
Do you give it to them on the next page, or you email it to them?
Email it to them. Yes. Sorry, I left that part out. Good question, Robert. That is correct, because that is where your email sequence is set up, which Robert is going to show you. Just if you like integrate, maybe you can show them if you don't have a free, if you don't have a what do you call it? If you have a good package or the expensive package, but I use MailChimp. And it works very well for me. And I just have my sequence running, and exactly that. So when you give something away for free, that becomes part of the first email, and you just integrate those emails in MailChimp. It's like I said, if I can do it, guys, and I'm a techno weenie, it's not that hard. Well, it's hard. You have to figure it out, but it's not like it's not undoable. Yeah, so for the purpose of this, I'm just going to select the first best template. Let's kind of stick to this color scheme. So here, create your sales page. Now, the big thing about the funnel is, and this is something that people don't understand, and this was my exact problem as well when I first did my disaster ClickFunnel thing a year ago, before I actually, did the OF, and I'm like, oh, wow, magical bells went, this is how it works. It's the sales message that sells in your funnel, not the techno stuff. So what people that need to understand is that ClickFunnels is a platform. It's a platform that makes it easy for you to put your sales message in, so you can actually then sell your product. Okay, it is the story that sells. It's basically the story is that what sells. Stefan Larsen has this great story in RFA that he did this morning, which I've probably heard this story like a million times, but it's still a great story to listen to. And Tia, I'm not going to spoil this for you if you haven't listened to this lesson yet. So basically the story is, him telling a story and how believable that story can be. And this is basically it, guys. You can see here, they say, even this is, read this before you go any further. So that it's like that hook, they're hooking you in to go, oh, what is this about? And remember, the whole layout is hook, story, offer, hook, story, offer, hook, story, offer. And I will do another video on that at another later stage. But this is basically the whole concept, and you can change the colors. You can do what you want to do with it. And one other thing that I've also tested is that the colors does make a difference in your funnel, but it's not the thing that sells. Again, it's your sales story. I mean, I've seen some really horrible looking funnels that is making a lot of money, and it's not because they're horrible looking that they're making a lot of money, obviously not, but it's because the sales message is so intriguing, people want to buy the product. Again, here you can add in pictures, you can do things. I don't know, I'm just using that as an example. So here you can make the back end so it looks all nice and pretty. You can put a video in. There you can maybe just say sales message. And I don't want to like completely go bonkers here and build, like I said, it will take like 2 hours to build out a funnel. All right. This is another cool thing that I want to show you guys. So see here, you've got your text color, you've got your bold color. So because that is bold, if I put it there, it's going to go white. You see, so that's pretty cool. That makes it easy to lay out these things as well. Same here. So if I decided I want to make that bold. Oops, sorry, wrong one. I want to make that bold. And I can change then the bold color to go white. So that's pretty cool. And that's basically it, guys. And like I said, let's keep this video short. I just want to teach you guys the principles of this. And the principle really of a funnel is then, squeeze page is squeezing that information and hook somebody in, but don't hook them in so you give your whole product away in the front page. They want to click through to this to get your main product. Give them that free thing that is of value to them, and then when I click through to this, it's your hook, story, offer on repeat, and you just like get that sales message across, so people is going to go like, wow, this product is amazing, I want to buy it. And it's like, again, if you don't hook them in the first hook, you hook them in the second one. So you can see let's change my life, and then it's like hook, story, offer, change my life. Hook, story, offer, change my life. You understand the concept, and that's really what it is all about. Cool. Robert, I'm going to give this to you now, so you can go, and I'll stop sharing my screen.
Well, hang on. I think, put your screen back up.
Yep.
I think I can steal control.
Ooh.
Did you just get a message? Let me have your screen.
I did.
So I have your screen now.
Woohoo! Let's do this. Okay, please go back to just go to the back end and just
Well, I got to figure out how I actually work your screen because I don't know how to do it now.
Well, I'm not.
Oh wait, it just moved.
This is
okay.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, so I don't know if you want.
Okay, that's what it is. All right. So
let me guide you, please. Let me guide you. Can you
yes.
tell us how to name your funnel? Because I've got some questions.
Name your funnel.
Yes.
So I'm going to save this.
Any questions?
Why did that pop up?
Any questions?
All right. Let me see if this will go away. All right, cool. So you want to name the tab up here or you want to name the funnel itself?
No, name the actual funnel.
All right.
And I'm saying this because this is one of those things, I've got a bit of an organizational mind. And if my things doesn't look organized in my world, then I get confused and I just don't like it. So I try to figure out how to name the funnel in the beginning. And because I'm such a tech weenie, it wasn't a thing that came easy to me. Like I really had to poke around for like 10, 15 minutes to figure it out and check settings. Name your funnel. It's not that hard, is it?
No. So I guess I should back up a step and go back to the front funnel page or the first page in your dashboard where you actually have your funnels, just so we're doing it completely from scratch. So this is where you're at.
Yep, that's the funnel.
Open it up. And then you hit settings.
I was waiting for that one. Cool.
What?
That's it. I know you were going to do that. Okay, awesome. That's how you do the funnel. Now, the next question, how do you group your funnel?
What happened? I don't know what happened.
It's still thinking.
Yeah,
it's still thinking. You just have to be patient because it's got a bit of a delay in the thing, I think. Okay, so group your funnel. How do you group your funnel?
All right. So to group it, as this group tag says, I'm going to back out. Well, I'll do it and then I'll back out. So we're going to call this Facebook Live funnels, since that's actually what we're doing right now.
You have to
hit enter.
Yeah.
Click out. And then scroll to the bottom and save. Okay, so now if we go back out to all my funnels, you can see that the tab up here says Facebook Live funnels, shared funnels, and that's your groupings. It's kind of like a folder on your computer.
Yeah, and you can see more down. I've got more group funnels.
Right. And if you grab this little corner over here, it'll actually fold them up so you can minimize it if you're trying to find something.
So it does make it easy. And guys, I've got really good funnels. So if you want funnels, I've got like a website template funnel. I've got an affiliate funnel. I've got really good funnels. And some of the funnels that I have, I didn't build them out myself. I got them from people that actually made a lot of money with them. So happy to share. And they don't mind sharing. They don't mind me sharing it either because it's a free thing that they shared anyway. So it's all good. Okay, linking your domain, Robert. How do we do that?
So why don't you have a picture on here? Anyway.
I tried to put a picture on before. It just doesn't want to save. So I don't know. Remember Tech Weenie?
So click account settings.
There's the photo. So I don't know. It doesn't show there. So
organization image. Organization profile. It should be in there. That's weird.
Don't get distracted. Linking your page.
Yeah. Sorry. I do that sometimes.
I know.
Domains.
Yeah.
And now we can't complete this because it's you've got to go back to your domain host and send a message back to ClickFunnels to verify it. Yes. But I'm just going to hit add new domain, and then you can either buy a domain through ClickFunnels, which is highly not recommended.
Yeah.
Or you can use a domain you bought elsewhere. I personally buy through Google. It's $12 a year. Some places are less. It's $12 for a .com. There's some cheaper ones out there, free first year or whatever. Mm. But there's some issues depending on who you're using. So if you're not using a mainline HostGator, GoDaddy,
Namecheap. I use Namecheap. Namecheap is good.
Namecheap's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like Google. It's already in my G Suite. It's all managed all in one place. That's kind of my thing. And I know Google's not going to shut down next year. I know as somebody that had one through a reseller. The reseller shut down and they lost access to their domain. So they ended up getting it sorted out, but it was a headache for them. And yeah, anyway. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Use an existing domain. I'm actually going to hop over and find a domain extra domain that I have. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to call it testdomain.com because we're not going to finalize it.
I would laugh so hard if that's a thing.
What, testdomain.com?
Okay. All right. So see the red block. Sorry, I'm chipping in because I actually saw this earlier. So if you have a domain and it's working, that block will become green and it will say successful. So.
Well, I was going to say, let me grab one of my domains real quick off my Google account. I'm just going to go see what I can steal.
Because what we can also, because I just wanted to show the buttons, Robert, just so people can see where to find it. Because it's not a logical process necessarily for everybody to go and find out where domains sit. Because I couldn't find it the first time. I had to poke around a lot to go and find out where you have to go and do your domains. And I guess we are doing this webinar for techno-weenies like me.
So this is the step where you have to go to your registrar and create a CNAME record that points over here. There's instructions on how to do that here. Again, we're not going to get that far into it, but it's there.
Yes.
And you hit I've done this step.
Mm-hmm.
And then it tinkers around. And then you hit check now, and it's going to verify, and it's going to fail because I don't have it pointed over here.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't been able to verify it. So if I go back to your domains now, it's going to be there. It's just going to be unverified.
Yeah.
So
an important thing that I've noticed is that your domain is, if it's unverified, it doesn't work. It's as simple as that. You get this error message on your page because it doesn't talk to each other. And just out of personal experience. And what I did is before, and this is just, again, is something for you guys to look out for, is when I first did my thing, I did the integration and it was fine, but it said unverified and I did not go back to check it. I kept getting this massive error message. So when I go and type in my domain, so if I go Online Marketing Wizards and I type it in, it just had this massive error message the whole time. And I couldn't figure it out. I was like, what on earth is going on? And then after Googling and videos and all kinds of things, it was like a simple thing as this: I needed to go back in there to verify the account or to verify it, because it doesn't automatically do it necessarily. You have to go in and verify it. Again, personal experience that I was like confused for a few hours on that. But
what you got, Tio?
So I was wondering, and sorry, because I don't know technology either. What's the purpose of linking the domain name?
So if you have whatever site you have, so like my web design company is called Derivative Advertising. And if I wanted to build a funnel on that, I bought it over here at Google. It's not in ClickFunnels. So you have to make that link happen to be able to use the domain.
Okay, because I was under the impression that everything was within ClickFunnels.
Correct. The whole, everything is built within ClickFunnels, but you don't have
Can you still see this page, Robert? Tia, can you still see this page, whiteboard.com?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just sure, sometimes
it should be loading.
Just use mine, Marketing Wizard.
Well, I was trying to use it to draw on. Because whiteboard it pops up a whiteboard, like it actually just pops up a whiteboard to draw on. Maybe.
No. So Tia, okay, so imagine it this way. So you've got and Rob, this is Techno Weenie talking to Techno Weenie. So
yeah. Hey, pop me up a paint real quick. A paint window.
Can't you do that? I don't know if you will be able to control it if you can't find it. So basically, Tia, so how it works is you build out your funnel and it looks amazing, and you're going to have this absolutely amazing looking, funnel about your marriage and your relationships and all of that stuff. But now that funnel is sitting in ClickFunnels, okay? And it's a beautiful funnel, but it's not pointing to anything. So now you need to make it a website. So it's already an existing thing because you've built it in ClickFunnels, and it's as amazing as it looks, it needs to point to something. So what happens is then say you want to use your name. So just say it's called TR Relations or something. I don't know whatever you want to call it. And then you buy your domain name. That's what it's then called. And then you point that funnel to the domain name. So, like when you go onto a website and it's just a WordPress website. So your funnel then becomes that domain name.
Okay. I think I'm getting it now. So you're not linking it to an existing domain name, a web page that you already have.
No.
You're creating a new one for your funnel to be able to exist.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Now, if you have WordPress, there is actually a WordPress plugin that will tie ClickFunnels to WordPress. So that's probably the one exception to tying it to a website that already exists.
Yeah. No, I have Vistaprint, but that's why I wasn't understanding how this would work with my web page.
Right. So if your website was tosdomain.com, it's just going to stay. You're going to have to get either a subdomain, which could be funnel.tosdomain.com, or you can just go by tosdomain2.com.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Got it now.
No problem.
Don't worry, I was stuck with that myself. I was like, how on earth do I integrate this? I'm the best person for this, Tia. Trust me, I've been there, done that, so I can help you.
Close that tab if you can, Joy. It's not wanting to close.
That's why I've got Robert in my life. I'll be lost without him.
You'd be amazed at some of the messages she sent me about how much she loves me. I'm not going to tell her husband that, though.
Okay, cool. Let's get back to the funnel. All right, so another question. So that's basically linking domain. So I've got I love this question. Okay, so this is creating a name for your SEO metadata. So that's what they call it in ClickFunnels, but Robert's got another name for it.
Well, it's your title. I think that's what they call it.
Title, but I like this specifically because this is the most rookie mistake that funnel builders make, and it's something that can really make your funnel, it can give you that extra appearance look, and at the same time, if it's terrible looking, then it's like, ooh, do I really want to click on this person's funnel? And it's a 5-minute hack, not even 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute hack that is really, really, just use one of my funnels, Rob. Just go back into the Facebook Live funnel.
That's what I was doing. I just got 2 screens going on, sorry. All right, let it load.
So Rob, okay, so in the Facebook group as well that I've got, one of the people in there, they had the funnel was saying lead magnet, and it's not a great thing if you want to put in if you want to do a squeeze page and it says lead magnet, then people that's going to click on that link is going to go, oh, it's a lead magnet. Why on earth do I want to put my information in here? And it's just a little hack like that works.
Right. All right. So where am I at? Edit page. Sorry. I'm doing 3 things at once. Edit. Come on. Load.
Is that, what is it? AD picking up a little bit, Rob. It's all right. I'll keep you on track.
No.
That's why we're good.
No, it's. I was actually looking at the next step, but I wanted to make sure I was going to say something right because it's something I've only done once. Come on.
It's a bit stuck.
Come on.
Patient.
So, settings, SEO metadata.
Yeah.
So this is the title, the tab title. It's going to show up right there.
And you can.
So
I'm just going to move our faces. Can I move it now? I'm just going to move it on the top so you can see on the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. We good?
Yep.
So I can't see my face on your screen, so I don't know what's going on.
I've just got little blocks of people's faces.
Yeah, we've all got them, but it's not. I don't think it's recording the video. I think it's just recording the screen right now. Anyway, so this title, as you can actually watch it disappear right here as I'm typing.
Mm-hmm.
But the other day, somebody had, I don't know what they have.
Lead magnet. Yeah, it was a specific one. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something lead magnet. I was like, dude, that tells me if somebody knows anything about what you're doing, they're gonna go, I don't want this jerk. He's trying to steal my information and spam me, which they all know that's what we're doing. But if they notice it, so you might consider making it more of free ClickFunnels PDF how-to or something. I don't know.
Mm.
But that way you've got that. So it looks pretty up here.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, page description. So do I have a scroll bar? It's not letting me. I don't see the scroll bar on this thing.
No. Just go down with your mouse.
It's not even letting me do that. Let me see. Hang on. Let me see if I can tab it with my keyboard pad. I can't even do that. Can you scroll it down?
No. But if you tap in there, it should automatically, you can still see it there though on the bottom.
Yeah, I guess you can. Okay. So this is the description that would show up on like a Google page. So Joy's ClickFunnels how-to PDF. Joy is the bomb at marketing.
Don't start. I know your colors. I'm watching you.
What? What? I'm not guilty. I'm sweet and innocent. And then we talked about this before, and I actually still need to do the homework on this, but this is stuff that's metadata, SEO, crawlable type stuff, I'm pretty sure. ClickFunnels, how to, I don't know, what else you might, website. I don't know. Anyway.
You have to be careful. If you do sell ClickFunnel products, Rob, I don't know if you actually know this, or Tio, but you've got your own product that you're going to sell anyway. But with ClickFunnel, some of their words are actual trademarked words. So as soon as you're going to start paying advertising towards it, you're not allowed to just use the words in the wrong text format. As in, join ClickFunnels to make lots of money. That's kind of wrong. You can't.
Right.
Because you're using their name in a false pretense, because you can't say you're going to make a lot of money, because not everybody does. So
right.
That's the concept of it. So it's just careful to use these words, because you don't want to get into trouble. But that's just if you sell ClickFunnels. So just to be mindful of that. And it's anyway false advertising. You don't want to go and be silly like that either.
There it is. Okay.
I think
let me scroll earlier.
Stuff on to scroll earlier. It was just.
Yeah, maybe what it was.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go just grab an image. I hope it's big enough because I have no clue what I'm grabbing.
That should be fine.
Okay.
That should be fine, yeah.
So now we have an image that'll show up in a Facebook share.
Yeah.
And then close this. You want to go share it to Facebook, or are we good with just saying it's there?
Will be good. So basically what happens is if you put it in Facebook, that's it's going to come up with that preview that you would normally get. Like if you go and type in something in Facebook, it gives a preview photo, and that's it. That's the photo. Okay. And then the auto dialer.
Yes, an auto dial phone number. So that was something that we talked about. So if you had, you don't have anything in here.
Just make it. Yeah, just
make a new element.
Yeah. Just
so if I wanted to make a button that said call me, go to settings, and under link, where am I at? I'm losing my mind. My mind is gone.
You're doing good.
Set action.
Yeah.
There it is. So set this to TEL : space and the phone number you want it to call. So
okay.
832. I'm just gonna do it zeros here, but
just rewind a little bit and just say exactly what this is doing.
So now if somebody comes in here and actually clicks this button, primarily on a cell phone, depending on the computer platform they're on, it may give an option to dial it out, but this will actually allow them to call you with I know with Android it's 2 clicks because it'll take it to your call screen and say, hey, do you want to call this number? And you hit go. But that button on a cell phone will get them set up to call you. So if you had like a website type setup where it was like a homepage website, you could set it up with that to be a click to call. So
can you set it with times? Can you set it so people can only call between certain times?
Not on that, no.
Okay. So
if you have it through something like Twilio or CallRail, I'm pretty sure Twilio has a setting on that. I would assume CallRail does as well, that you can set that. Or if you had it like a Google number that you had control over, then you could do it.
Yeah.
So it would just depend on what platform you have. But that by itself, that's nothing more than an HTML link. It's a hyperlink. It would be the same as setting it to go to google.com. Yeah. It's just the hyperlink to your phone number instead.
Okay.
So
if you target international market, you can't use that because you're going to get calls from all times of the night.
You still get calls at all times of the night. But honestly, that's the thing I would say, though, is depending on what kind of business you're running, if you have user-facing phone numbers, I used Google Voice at first because I didn't know what I was doing, and you're paying $6 or $8 a month.
Thank you. That's all good. You can. Thank you.
What?
No, Tia says he needs to get to work.
Oh. We good?
Yeah, carry on.
Oh. So anyway, Google numbers are several bucks a month. You go to a user like Twilio, it's $1 a month, and you pay per minute or per text, but it's less than a penny per each. So, and you can control the number better. So if you have a business line, especially if you're a solo guy, I mean, if you're running a big office, you go mainline. If you're running a solo shop or you want several numbers for different purposes, then you can buy numbers through something like Twilio or CallRail, and you can control them a whole lot better on stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. I really like it. It's like let that lead be in touch with you while it's still hot. It's one of those cool things. That's awesome. I like that. I think that's about it. I think as far as the MailChimp integration go, we'll do another video specifically on that because it's not a very easy thing to do. And it's a good 15-minute tutorial, I think, on its own because you have to actually go and buy the domain and set it up and do the whole thing. So we'll do that on a separate thing, I reckon. What do you think, Robert?
I'm good with that. And again, that's kind of one of those, I mean, MailChimp, but whatever autoresponder you're using, there's a little bit of difference. It's the same basic functionality, but there's a little bit of difference in each of those. Yeah. So, that's one of those, we can go over one or two of them, but there's still some figure it out on your own depending on what system you're using.
Yeah. And we're going to keep doing these videos, me and Robert. We're just kind of playing with times and see, but I think maybe once a week, Robert. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Maybe
once maybe twice.
Yeah, maybe once or twice, but definitely I reckon once a week we can do something like this. And the more questions we have from people wanting to know things, the more we can do these videos as well, because then we can provide more value. But I think what makes me and Rob so special is because I'm a complete tech weenie and he's a complete tech geek. So the Weenie to the Geek, should we have that as a title? And this helps a lot because some of this stuff I have figured out, I figured it out and I know how to do it. And a lot of this stuff I only know because Robert told me. So it's not because I just knew how to do this. So I strongly recommend that you guys, if you want to find this, hashtag replay, or this is going to go on our YouTube channel, so please subscribe to this video if you are if you see the value in this. But definitely, guys, the more we get comments, the more we get likes, the more we get subscribers, the more we can actually keep adding the value to you guys. And like I said, the the Weenie and the Geek. I like that. I think we should go with that. We are here to serve you guys and help you. As much as I've got a passion for the front end of the funnel and marketing and helping you guys to write those awesome stories for your funnels, Robert loves the back end and teaching people how to integrate the funnels and fixing the little things that makes a big difference, like that SEO metadata. I mean, things like that makes a big impact, especially when your funnel is on, on Google. So yeah, that's basically us. Yeah, we've been going on for about half an hour.
Oh, can we do one more thing real quick?
Cool. Let's do one more thing.
Let me grab your control again. I gave it up.
Oh, go for it.
All right, I got control. Cancel. Cancel. Cancel.
Trying to move our face.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go to a picture. I need to steal something really quick. So I'm gonna just grabbing that. I just need the URL on it. So the other thing you can change is the favicon. And I think we did this on one of your funnels one other time. That little image right there, it's generically ClickFunnels because they want their advertisement. But if you go to, we can save this, right? This is a junk funnel, right?
Oh, it's a junk. I'll just delete it. I'll archive it anyway. Oh, another fun fact while Robert is going back to the settings there is that you can't actually delete a funnel in ClickFunnels, which is fabulous because it means if you accidentally push the delete button, you might be upset. But you can just archive a funnel. And so that's pretty cool as well.
To do that, you go to settings, you scroll all the way to the bottom.
And you archive the funnel. Yeah.
And archive.
Yeah. So there's no delete button. And I have had so many questions like, how do I delete a funnel? You can't. That was my question as well. Like, oh, this is so stupid. Why can't you delete a funnel? But you just archive it, which is actually much better. Yeah.
But anyways, your favicon, however you want to say it, drop that URL there. And technically, it could be a URL to a Google search image, but you don't have control over that, so you don't know if it's going to go away. That's the problem. And I think it's going to take, it takes a few minutes for it to update, so it may not show up right away, and it might. Let's see. It's loading, it's thinking. No, okay, it'll take a little while for it to update. But at some point, that picture right there is going to show up in the favicon.
Yeah.
So
I think it takes about 5 minutes actually to do its thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ClickFunnels actually says to put it in your digital assets.
Yeah.
Under your account settings, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just an image URL. Yeah, digital assets. They say to put it here.
Yeah.
So that they have access to it, but anywhere you put it as a picture, it's just a picture link.
Yeah.
So that was just something else because we were talking about the tab anyway. So yeah, something else to throw in there.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we'll keep dropping the golden nuggets, guys. It's something that we'll keep doing. So you ask, we deliver, and we teach, and that's the game. Awesome. Okay, we're going to stop sharing and stop recording. And that's fabulous. Thank you, Robert, for your help. And going forward, we will definitely, like I said, keep dropping that golden nuggets and the bombs and all the good stuff. Awesome.
Cool.
Stop sharing.
Catch you later on.
Cheers.